हम मॉरल्स की बात करें तो जो हाई क्लास सोसाइटी है, रिच क्लास, ये लोग तो अपने वाइफ को स्वैप करते हैं. हाँ, यू हियर नो स्टोरीज कि भैया वाइफ स्वैपिंग हो रही है. मैंने एक पिक्चर भी करी थी, बहुत ही बी ग्रेड सी पिक्चर थी, फन कैन बी डेंजरस. वहाँ पे थॉट प्रोसेस था वाइफ स्वैपिंग. तो कपल्स जो होते हैं ना, ये रिच फैमिलीज़ में, ये एक दूसरे से बोर हो जाते हैं. पैसा भी इनके पास बहुत होता है, तो इनको एक्साइटमेंट चाहिए होती है. तो एक्साइटमेंट के लिए ये लोग विलिंगली, मतलब अलग पार्टनर्स, कपल्स के साथ सेक्स करते हैं. ये दिल्ली में बहुत रैम्पेंट है. वाइफ स्वैपिंग के ऊपर कुछ न्यूज़ भी आई थी, अगर आप गूगल सर्च करो तो इंडिया में भी है और अब्रॉड में तो नॉर्मल है, बिकॉज अब्रॉड में तो पॉर्न नॉर्मल है ना. तो वाइफ स्वैपिंग और हस्बैंड स्वैपिंग तो कोई बड़ी बात है ही नहीं. आप समझ रहे हो, वहाँ पे तो आप पॉर्न कर रहे हो. और इंडिया में आपने एक पॉर्न स्टार को सती सावित्री की इमेज दी है और उसकी ब्रांडिंग आप उसके हस्बैंड के साथ कर रहे हो एज बेचारी समाज की विक्टम, एंड इसलिए उसने ये धंधा किया, विच इज़ द वे prostitutes also are labeled के समाज के victim. That is why they do prostitution. So everybody has a way of justifying their actions, and we live in a society. It's just that how you approach a issue or an activity that is happening in front of you and how you get inspired by it. That is the thought process that I want to kind of address, because a lot of people say that rich people, cultured people, educated people will not abuse, but then they are into such kind of immoral activities which are immoral if you look from a normal human being's point of view. You should not get married if you do not want to maintain monogamy. You should just live in, and have an open relationship. If you got married, there has to be some kind of loyalty to the institution through which you've got married. You understand? So that is why I talk, because I have seen life, good people, bad people. So for me, marriage means some kind of sanctity to the institution through which you have got that legal relationship with your partner. If your partner is telling you to sleep with other men, then there is no need for having the institution of marriage between both of you. You can just do whatever you feel like. You can have open relationship. You have films that are made that are called Friends with Benefits. So just trying to address a lot of things: monogamy, polygamy, marriage, loyalty, mindsets, lower middle class, upper middle class, education, uneducated people, everything. And now, yeah, when it comes to Bharat and Bharat's secularism means that our country is not defined by any religion. Then how can you have a society which is promoting one religion as the basis of getting flats or housing in that complex? Halal Township is coming up just 100 kilometers away from Mumbai. This project promises to provide halal lifestyle to people who are buying housing there. But some people, including NHRC, are objecting to such projects, saying that such societies sow the seed of hatred, communalism, and divide the nation further, as people will then go on to seek separate hospitals, separate schools, and separate nation in the future. But what do you think? Let me know. Because a lot of people say कि उनको घर नहीं मिलता because पूछा जाता है उनका धर्म क्या है. बट यहाँ पर तो एक कॉम्प्लेक्स ही आप बना रहे हो भारत के अंदर, इनफैक्ट महाराष्ट्र के अंदर, जहाँ पे यू आर सेइंग दैट ओनली these kind of people can get accommodation or house on rent or buy the property. Because this thought process had to be addressed. It was not addressed before the times of social media, but after social media, this thought process has to be addressed, because a lot of time, actresses say that they're not given house because they're actresses. A lot of Muslim people say that they're not given house because they're Muslim. A lot of single men say they are not given house because they are single. So similarly, you cannot have a housing complex which is just catering to a single religion, and practicing that kind of thought process. It has to be secular, because Yari Road initially was a very Muslim dominated area. In my flats also, which the terrace apartment that I've taken, they sold terrace apartment 3 Hindu families, but they never let us enjoy the terrace, make use of that terrace. So the Muslim builder sold the terrace to us, and there was a Muslim society chairman committee, but they never let us use the terrace that they had sold to Hindu buyers. Okay. But now in my society, you have a lot of Hindus also living. So there is a mix happening in Yari Road. You know, Hindus have come in. But earlier, Yari Road was a very Muslim-dominated area. I was used to stay at Samir Apartments. Then I shifted to Pearl Heights. But I'm just trying to tell you that you cannot have a designated area as a Muslim-dominated area. There is Berampet, some place where I'd gone earlier when I had just started business. It is completely Muslim dominated area. You cannot as a Hindu go and stay there, and that is what is very scary. Berampet or Begumpet, something like that. Similarly, you have Khoja Gali out here. So this thought process needs to be addressed, because otherwise, our country is not secular then. Yeah, we are at least sticking to the secular thought process. What say? Or you don't want to say that? Yeah, so this place, Beram Bagh in Mumbai, it says it has got a fire temple, but I was just able to see a lot of dense Muslim population, which was like the regressive Muslim population, not the secular Muslim population, you know. So just trying to tell you, next time if I go to Beram Bagh, I shall visit the Parsi Agyari, but Parsis, poor people, they have been thrown out from Persia, which is now, I think, Iran. Yeah. And in India also, they are not able to kind of come out openly. They are actually a minority, not the Muslims. The Muslims obviously have increased their population, which is fine, but you cannot be giving them the label of minority anymore.